Yo, the latest Biden track is out and it's killer. In it, he says, you're the problem. Joe Biden released a new commercial, the first of the new year. In it, he says, you, my friends, are an extremist element that must be stopped. Yo, this guy's insane. But I want to play for you this ad from the Biden administration, Biden and Kamala. And you can understand what he has to say about how he views you, the American people, and those who would vote to preserve its institutions. He calls you an extremist threat. Make no mistake, my friends, the Biden administration and those who would vote for him are effectively brain slug rotted individuals. They're zombies. They're NPCs. They don't really pay attention to what's going on in this country, and it's terrifying. We need to simply inform these people. I truly believe that there are predominantly two kinds of people that are voting Democrat. Now, there's evil people, but mostly it's the ignorant and the fearful. I think most people are just ignorant. And so I don't mean to be disrespectful in calling them brain slug people. No. Okay, I take that one back. What I mean is they're not paying attention. So they're marching in lockstep, not realizing what's going on. We inform them, we share videos, wake them up to what's happening, and these people will agree. Marianne Williamson came on Timcast IRL, and she had never seen some of these books. She said, banning books is bad. I said, how about this one? And I showed her genderqueer. She went, oh, not that. You can't have that in schools. I'm like, so you agree with the Republicans? Right. That's what happens when the average person is informed. They actually are good people with good conscience who are aware. And there are the fearful. They know this, but they're terrified if they speak up, bad things will be done to them. We must make sure they're aware that we are the majority. We are the right side of history. Let me show you this ad from the Biden administration. You can hear what Joe Biden has to say about all of you. Let's roll. It's from MSNBC Post today, because I don't know how else you find the video.
I've made the preservation of American democracy the central issue of my presidency. I believe in free and fair elections and the right to vote fairly and have your vote counted. There's something dangerous happening in America. There's an extremist movement that does not share the basic beliefs in our democracy. All of us are being asked right now, what will we do to maintain our democracy? History's watching. The world is watching. And most important, our children and grandchildren will hold us responsible. The Vice President and I have supported voting rights since day one of this administration, and I ask every American to join me in this cause. America is still a place of possibilities where the power resides with we, the people. That's our soul. We are the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity when we act together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
There is an extremist element, an extremism growing in this country. They do not share our views of democracy. He's right. God help me. I will crush your democracy and preserve this constitutional republic. Mark my words. We are not a democracy, nor have we ever been. But over a long period of time, these individuals who believe in replacing, subverting the United States and pushing forward some kind of new multicultural democracy, they have been gaining traction. And they have attempted to convince the average American that the United States is, quote unquote, our democracy. But understand, they are not talking about your country or the United States. They're talking about their country and what they seek to destroy our nation and turn it into. When they say our country, think of it this way. A man breaks into your home and starts spray painting all throughout your living room. He and his buddies see you come in and you say, hey, get out of my house. He looks to his buddy and says, this man's trying to kick us out of our new home. Get it? They don't think this place is yours. They don't honor or respect the work of your ancestors and the founding fathers. No. They simply seek to take it over. Why? The funny thing is, it's overt colonization. They only lie and pretend they oppose it. When Joe Biden says there's an extremist element, he's referring to the 74,223,975 individuals that voted for Donald Trump in 2020. In fact, Donald Trump's support has only grown since then. If you take into consideration at the lightest assumption that Joe Biden scored 81 million votes through ballot harvesting, Meaning, I think it was estimated between like 6 and 10 million are ballot harvesting. Actually, it might be more than that. I think like 11. These are not people who are advocates for Joe Biden. They're people who signed a document and weren't really paying attention. Whereas those who voted for Donald Trump, 99.9% voted for Donald Trump. That is to say, in the lightest interpretation, Joe Biden says that you, the American voter, half this country, are extremists who must be stopped. And that's terrifying, isn't it? But I believe that if we team up, work together, advocate, spread awareness, convince, build culture, and challenge the machine, we win. And we are winning. And I think this needs to be recognized by everybody. You know, they say multicultural democracy. And what they try to do is convince you to alter your worldview. They want you to believe that multicultural democracy is classical liberalism, colorblind classical liberalism. That's the lie. Multicultural democracy isolates and segregates all the different cultures and makes them fight each other, for which they can be the ultimate arbiters and control the reins of power. What we want is a constitutional republic that is colorblind. Mostly. I would say mostly. And I say mostly because I don't know that you can ever be totally absolute. There's certainly some circumstances where we want to recognize race. And I'll give you an example. A guy opens a restaurant and then says only certain people of a certain race. The government needs to say, no, we recognize race played a role. And, you know, an absolute colorblind society would, if we were talking about each individual, you wouldn't have to worry about a store being like, we deny services to this group of people. So I don't know if you could ever be absolute. The government, I don't think we'll ever get to that. But the government needs to be able to say, like, hey, man, you're a public accommodation. At least that's my view. There are a lot of people more libertarian that believe businesses should be allowed to be racist if they want. I disagree with that. I really do. That, to me, is what the woke want. Woke people have been trying consistently, this extremist psychotic element of the woke. They have been creating segregated spaces. They want to create black-only spaces, white-only spaces. I reject that. I don't think you should be allowed to do that. I think we should all, it's quite simple. You should be allowed to utilize public accommodation, regardless of where you come from and what you look like. And I think there's equality under the law. And that's the way it should be upheld. But Joe Biden is betting it all. He's betting it all on attacking you, the American voter, and those who support Donald Trump as an extremist element. So understand this. I talk about civil war. It's a meme, you know, people make jokes. What would you call it when the sitting president refers to 74 million people, 46% of the voting bloc, as extremists? He didn't say you were wrong. He didn't say he disagreed with you. He said you're extremists. Yeah. He said you're extremists. Now, of course, the lighter interpretation is that he's only referring to a few people. No, he's telling you to vote for him and support his effort because of the extremist element that's growing in this country. That is people who support Donald Trump. I don't know what to tell you. When the president attacks his own citizens as extremists who must be stopped, we're not looking at a debate over taxes. This is not Joe Biden saying, my opponent wants to lower taxes on the wealthy, but I think that's a wrong move. We must work for this country, blah, blah, blah. I remember when McCain was running against Obama. And someone was like, Obama's a Muslim. And John McCain goes, no, he's not. He's a good Christian man. I just happen to disagree with him. Oh, what a long way we've gone. I liked that. I did. I don't like McCain or Obama. But I liked that he was like, no. We're past that. We're past that. Now we're at the point where Joe Biden makes a TV commercial where he says, you're all extremists and we're going to stop you. Okay. Well, the woke cult of the multicultural democracy, which is trying to supplant this great nation, will not succeed, and we will win. And we're going to win very simply. We're going to build our own culture. We're going to build a parallel economy. We're going to seize back the institutions, which we're already doing. We're going to elect our guy through the process for which we built and you tried to destroy. And then we will have the law enforcement arrest criminal elements that have been operating within government. We will fire and terminate corrupt bureaucrats and we will restore this great nation. Dare I say, we will make America great again. Yeah, I don't know if Donald Trump is the guy, right? I don't think he's a saint. I don't think he's a hero. He's just a guy. But he's the avatar of the rage that Americans have felt as their worldview has been spat upon. And as these woke forces have tried to destroy the fabric of this country, they will not succeed. Good try, Biden, but we'll push back. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 6 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.